here at the world-famous Wildcard Boxing Gym in Hollywood, California, catching up with super lightweight undefeated contender Caín Sandoval, back in action again in 2 weeks against Jesús Madueño. How's everything going, Caín?
Yeah, everything's going great. You know, it's a great camp. About closing the camp in 2 weeks. I feel great.
By any chance, is Jesús Madueño related to Miguel Madueño? I see on Box Ray, are they brothers?
Yeah, they're brothers. So, you know, they're both in Sinaloa. I'm fighting Jesus, but it's same difference. It don't matter who I'm fighting. I'm gonna come out victorious.
And the reason why I'm asking you this, Caín, a couple months ago, his brother Miguel Madueño got to fight Oscar Duarte in Anaheim, a fighter that you've been keeping an eye on. Maybe, hopefully, in the future, you guys will be lacing him up and fighting pretty soon at a big event.
Yeah, for sure. That's a fight I want. You know, Oscar Duarte. Anybody in the top 10, top 15, I think I'm ready for it. So, yeah.
Everything with time, right?
Everything con tiempo, yeah, everything with time.
The reason why I'm going to bring up these two fighters, Caín, is because they belong to the same weight class you do. And they pretty much have the same, around the same record. What do you think of Tito Mercado?
You know, he's a tough fighter. He's smart. I fought him back in the amateurs. You know, I lost in the finals, 2018 USA Nationals, the finals. You know, he likes to rattle the cage a little bit. You know, call out people directly and stuff. But you know, I feel like in the future, possibly at 47, maybe when we're both, you know, world champions.
A little older, a little bigger.
Because I feel like we're both building up. You know, we're both in contender status. So, you know, I feel like it'll be a good fight for be a $1 million fight.
There you go. At one point, Tito Mercado almost got to fight on one of Tom Loeffler Promotions' card. I don't know if you were aware of that. I believe you actually were here in the gym when you guys had a media day. I don't know if you were scheduled to fight on that card, but he actually came to this gym, and for some reason his fight fell off. So that's how close you guys have been from fighting on the same card.
We fought on the same card before.
You guys have?
Yeah, we fought at the hangar under in Fight Club OC in Orange County. And
before you were with Tom Loeffler.
Yeah, before it was Tom Loeffler. It was, you know, good people, you know, but you know, boxing, you know, whoever, no matter.
What about another young, exciting, talented prospect by the name of Emiliano Vargas, El Genero?
Yeah, you know, Top Rank is building him well, you know, taking care of him as they should. But again, down the line, you know, we're going to have to fight eventually. So I'm here for everything.
So Tito is off to a 19-0 start. You're 15-0. Emiliano's 14-0. I could see one of you guys fighting each other in the next 2 or 3 years.
Most definitely, yeah. You know, people will be like, "Oh, we want you to fight now."
Right.
I'm like, "But there's nothing on the table for what?"
Right.
You know, we're just gonna be fighting for bragging rights.
Yes.
You know, let's fight for a world title. Let's fight
world
for $1 million.
title,
Let's fight
a bigger event.
Let's fight for let's unify. Like that's when we make those fights. But right now we're building. You know, we're building our records, building our stable. You know, building our name in a way. So when we do make those fights, you know, we both go home with a big check.
You're coming off a victory, an exciting, thrilling victory over Mark Bernardez back in February at the Shumas Casino, same venue where you fought your last fight. Could we see the same outcome when you fight Jesús Madueño on June 21st?
Most definitely. You're going to see a different type of Caín Sandoval. You know, my last fight I showed a little bit of it, but this fight I think you're going to see the 100% of it.
What do fight fans know about Jesús Madueño? He's never fought here in the States. He's off to an undefeated record, a few knockouts, but it's not something you haven't seen before. You pretty much believe in your box skills that you could actually dominate this guy.
Most definitely. You know, he's fought a lot of tough fights in Mexico, but undefeated in Sinaloa, but he's not fighting anybody like me. So we'll see June 21st what he brings to the table. What's
the lifestyle for Caín Sandoval, spending most of his days here in the LA area now?
Right now that I'm in camp, it's just train, sleep. You know, it's been a circus with Manny being here. You know,
yes.
And I love being around Manny. So
have you guys had the chance to spar?
No. I don't think I fit the height requirement to spar him because since Mario is so tall.
Yes.
But you know, just being around greatness feels like great. Feels good.
What was it like knowing when you first came back, when you officially came back, and knowing that he was gonna fight again?
It was, it motivates me, Like, I'm 22, he's 46, still doing what he's doing, and it's just, I'm grateful that I'm surrounded around greatness.
How does it feel knowing you, just like you said, talking to an all-time great, the all-time great Manny Pacquiao giving advice to a young fighter like you, Caín Sandoval?
It feels like it was meant to be. I got a little bit starstruck when I first seen him, but
you hadn't met him before?
Nah.
Oh, that's great.
So
man.
like seeing him person, shaking his hand, talking to him a little bit, it's surreal kind of, but it's supposed to happen. It's God's plan.
Is he as humble as he is in person as you see him on TV?
Most definitely. Most definitely. He is he's what people should strive to be. I feel like in this sport, a lot of this sport comes with a lot of trash talk. Unprovoked trash talk just out of nowhere. But, I like the way that Manny does it. He shows his skills in the ring.
From the time I met you, Caín, I'm going to go back 2 years when I first saw you fighting at the Commerce Casino, to the point where now you've shown maturity. You're more at ease with yourself, you know what comes with the territory, and you pretty much are doing the talking in the ring. Do you agree with that assessment?
Most definitely. Back then I used to talk because they used to talk to me first. They used to be in my DMs and stuff, or people from their camp be in my DMs, and I'd be like, you're gonna have to pay for that,
Right.
But
was
now,
it getting a little bit under your skin, or
a little bit, yeah, because they knew I was young and I'm new to this, so they were like, we message him and through Instagram.
Get you off your game plan.
Yeah, so now that I'm older, more mature, I see what they were trying to do. But it didn't faze me, I came out victorious. But now it's like, let's do the talking in the ring.
I see some of your family members here in the gym with you. Do they actually come in a couple of weeks before the fight night, or do they actually get to hang out with you every now and then?
This is the first time I've seen some of my family in like months.
Okay.
So it's good to see them before my fight.
Good motivation.
Yeah, for sure, more motivation. It fuels the fire. I just can't wait to get this victory and go back home.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Caín Sandoval back in action June 21st against Jesús Madueño, looking for another KO, right?
Yep, sure, most definitely.
Thank you very much, Caín. Appreciate it, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.